Hello, party people. Welcome to the Secrets of a Witch podcast with me, Sabrina Scott. On this podcast, I talk about life, love, healing, magic, witchcraft, spirituality, tarot, divination, and my cat uses the the chair I'm sitting on as a scratching post. Please don't do that, Joya. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And the last few episodes, I've been talking a lot about magic and witchcraft, some of the most foundational aspects of my existence, because I am currently relaunching my fucking sweet Magic Without Bullshit online course and group coaching program for the first time in more than 6 months. I think it might actually, to be honest with you, be like a year since I did a proper launch of Magic Without Bullshit, and so it probably will end up being like an annual type of thing. So if you've been thinking about it for years, which I know some of y'all probably have, because I've received the emails confessing this, if you've been thinking about this for years, it is time to fucking jump in. It is time to finally learn magic and witchcraft without all the bullshit that you're going to find from other teachers and from trying to Google stuff and trying to look on YouTube and trying to learn stuff that way. It just is not going to work. If it was going to work, you would be further along in your practice by now. Trust me. That's just how it is. And that's how it's been for many of my students before they signed up for Magic Without Bullshit, my biggest, most awesomest course on magic and witchcraft, which is perfect for you no matter what you believe, right? And actually the first module, which I call Module 0 because it's so foundational, is actually all about cosmology, belief, and it's honestly one of the juiciest modules in the entire course. It's fucking awesome. It's dense, it's complicated, but I simplify everything for y'all so you can figure out what the fuck it is that you believe, because how we do our magic, why we do our magic, who we do our magic with, what spirits we ask for help, all of that stuff is going to be informed by what we believe. Right? We've got to start with that. It's one of the things that makes this course the best. If you want to learn more about my Magic Without Bullshit online course and group coaching program, you can do so at magicwithoutbullshit.com. There's 3 options, 2 of which are for brand new students. So maybe you're an introvert, maybe you fucking hate the group chat, you just want to do your own thing. I got you. Self-study option. No shame in that. Fucking go for it. If you are someone who wants me to hold your hand, be coached by me on an every 2 weeks basis, if you want to be in my texting inbox every day, if you want to be for 6 months, if you want to chat with people on the Facebook group, it's going to be private for the community. The group coaching option is for you. That's the second option. And then maybe you're someone who's been in my fucking course already, right? Like maybe you are someone who was in Magic Without Bullshit when I first launched it in 2020, or maybe you joined it in 2021 or 2022 and you want to re-up, right? Maybe you want to re-up and join the group coaching component. So don't worry, you don't need to repurchase the course, but what you will need to jump in on purchasing is just that group coaching top up. So there's options. All those 3 options are available on my magicwithoutbullshit.com website. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, just pop me an email, ceo@sabrinamscott.com, or just send me a what's up on Instagram, DMs, Sabrina M. Scott. There's many an Instagram imposter, so just be careful who you're talking to. My only situation on Instagram is Sabrina M. Scott with, as of this recording, 12.6k followers. If it does not have that, it is not me. I don't have any backup accounts. Should not have to say that, but you know, here we are. Internet streets are crazy. Anyway, so with all this talk about magic, you might be wondering if spending time to learn it is even worth all the time and energy. You might be thinking magic is just for fun, right? It's just a hobby, right? It's just something to do on the side that has no actual real life impact, right? And whenever I hear people talking like that, it kind of makes me bummed out because, like, that's not necessarily true, Magic is the foundation of my entire life. It influences and informs everything I think, everything I see, everything I do. It informs every aspect of how I live my life. It is everything. Magic is the most important part of my life, and it always has been. And it's helped me create wild changes. It's helped me through some of the worst times in my life, and it's helped me reach even greater heights when I've been doing good. And so I hate to use myself as an example, but hey, if the shoe fits, you might as well put it on, right? So today I present to you 13 ways magic completely changed my life. Number 1, magic taught me to have more confidence in myself. So I'll explain that. Like, when we do ritual that's effective, when we do spell work that's effective, when we ask for something to happen in our magic and our witchcraft and then it fucking does happen, guess what happens? Confidence exponentially increases. We're like, oh shit, I can have an influence on my life. Oh shit, I can change the world around me. Oh shit, this is not just all in my head. And that feels fucking awesome. Number 2, magic taught me how to feel connected to the world around me. If you guys have read my book, Witchbody, you'll already know this, but magic can teach you how to feel completely connected to all that is. The plants, the animals, the air, the clouds, just the pulse of the universe that is always around us all the time. And no matter how lonely you feel, no matter how many people you've just cut out of your life in your level up journey, no matter how many shiesty people that you've told to fuck off, no matter how alone you feel, no matter how confused you feel, magic is always there for you. And the spiritual beings that make up this whole universe, the land, it's always going to be there for you. It's always going to be connected to you. And so no matter what you're going through, magic can help you feel connected to the world around you so you don't feel that aloneness, right? It's really beautiful and important. We all have those shitty moments, right? Number 3, magic taught me how to listen to non-human beings. And again, I talk all about this in my book, Witchbody. But the short version is that to do magic, we have to collaborate with non-humans. We have to collaborate with candles. We have to collaborate with tables. We have to collaborate with herbs. We have to collaborate with the moon. We have to collaborate with all these beings to work together to create change. And so through doing magic, through doing witchcraft, I learned to expand my capacities to listen. And also I learned how to expand my ideas of what listening even means and of what speaking even means, right? Listening to non-humans is crucial, and it's beautiful, and it's a really big part of what magic can teach us. Number 4, magic taught me environmental activism, why and how I should care about the non-human and about the earth. And literally, I learned all that shit from being a witch, because when you're a witch, you do care about nature. You do care about the earth. You do care about the plants and the animals and the environment, because all of these creatures, you get to know them through doing magic. You get to know their energies. You get to know their soul. You get to know their spirit. You get to know who they are in witchcraft. Right? And our ideas about who is exploited and all of that stuff, that changes when we do magic. And it's such a beautiful learning. And all of that actually led me to do my master's degree in environmental studies, specifically about how magic and witchcraft can teach what I call like an activistic occultism. So that's a whole thing. Maybe I should do another episode about that, but I want to get through these, so let's keep going. Number 5, magic taught me I always can rely on myself and my magical collaborators, no matter how shitty things feel like or how shitty they seem. And this kind of relates to some of the other ones, but I've always had magic to support me no matter what I'm going through. Like when people have let me down or when I feel disappointed by a situation or whatever, magic and witchcraft has always been there for me to help get me through that moment. And that is something I really want all of you to also have access to if that is something that you want. Number 6, magic taught me how to be resilient. So this one pretty much speaks for itself, but magic is all about resilience. Magic is all about learning how to not just survive, but thrive in some of the most bonkers, unpleasant, crazy circumstances. And I learned that from magic, and magic has also fueled my resilience as a huge thing in my toolbox when I need it in those times of pivot, those times of shift, and those times of hardship, which I think we all experience at one point. Number 7, magic taught me how to pick myself up and problem solve rather than give up. When we know how to do magic, we have more skills in our toolbox to solve and attack our problems, whatever shitty thing life throws at us. We have magic as something to draw upon, something to work with as we figure out our situation. Magic helps us problem solve, and magic can also, in and of itself, help us solve our problems. I think it's pretty cool. Number 8, magic helped me get through the hardest times in my life, including, but not limited to, child abuse, physical and emotional abuse, domestic violence, sexual assault, and rape. So y'all know me, if you've been here for a while, you know I've been through. It's been like not a great time in my past. And if you look at my Instagram, if you look at my life now, I'm fucking thriving and I am happier than I've ever been. Like I just feel so at peace. There's absolutely no drama in my life at all. Like everything is pretty chill. Like, do I have my ups and downs? Absolutely. Do I have my challenges? Absolutely. Do I have my stuff I'm working through? Absolutely. But you know, I'm still here and I'm not dead in a ditch somewhere. I'm not addicted to drugs. I'm like pretty fucking happy and like pretty chill. And, you know, none of that would be possible without that connection to magic and the ability to do witchcraft to heal myself from all of this stuff over time, right? And on that note, number 9, magic helped me heal one hell of a lot of trauma. And obviously, my categories, I think everyone should go to therapy, whether you've got trauma or not, even though I do think trauma touches all of us in some way, big or small. And if it hasn't yet, congratulations, it will, because you are alive. So I think everyone should go to therapy, everyone should go see a doctor, etc., etc., etc. And magic and ritual can be one other way that we can work with to heal these traumas that we've experienced, especially those of us who are women or AFAB folks who get to experience a lot of this shit before we turn 30. Most of us have experienced something shitty in that way. So magic can help us move through that and heal that. Because ritual is so powerful, and sometimes it is ritual that is going to really keep that wheel turning rather than something like therapy, though I do think both are important. Number 10, magic taught me how to get clear on my intentions and make a plan to execute them. Because that is what we're doing when we do magic. We have to figure out, what is our intention? What is the plan? How are we going to do this? What materials do we need? When are we going to do it? Why are we going to do it then? Et cetera, et cetera. What's the plan? What's the strategy? And so that skill set is so relevant in literally every other area of our life. It's going to help us. And then, of course, all of that, when we actually do it to do magic, is going to be massive. The intention, the focus, the discipline, the follow through, the execution. Magic teaches us all of that stuff. And it boosts our energies and our efforts when we do all of that in other areas of our life. Number 11. Magic taught me how to move and act in alignment with the flow and energies of the universe and to notice them in the first place. I think a lot of people just, bumble through life and just meander and don't really notice the vibes, don't really feel the vibes. And so often work against the vibes rather than noticing the vibes and just riding the wave, right? It's we get so much momentum, not to use a surfing metaphor. I honestly don't know shit about surfing, but if you notice a big wave, you fucking jump on that wave and it will carry you. Reading the energy of life is very much the same in how it functions. And so if you try to ride a wave when there's no waves, you're not going to get very far, right? And so I think magic and energy work and all of this stuff can teach us how to notice that stuff so that our efforts are going to go further when we do make them. That's crucial. Number 12, magic has helped me get gigs, work, find an apartment, protect myself, and push, to be honest with you, creepy exes away when I was in my early 20s. One moved to another city and another moved out of my neighborhood, right? And so that's all I'll say about that, but it can also be incredibly practical, right? Magic, it doesn't have to be always abstract, doesn't always have to be this abstract spiritual thing. It's also tangible. It also can help us earn money. It can help us get rid of shitty people and bring better ones to us, right? Speaking of which, one of my cats is having a party, digging through the trash, so I'm going to have to deal with that. Magic apparently is not something that will stop cats from digging through the garbage, so keep that in mind. But anyway, number 13, last but not the very least, magic taught me how to develop a strong energy work practice so I'm not wiped out by the vibes of others. And this is something that I notice with a lot of my super newbie students who haven't taken my courses yet. Is oftentimes folks, they feel so much from the world, but they don't know how to decipher it. They don't know how to tell, what does this mean? They often don't know how to protect themselves with energy from the energies of others. And that is something that doing magic over time in the right way can teach you how to do. And so magic has taught me a lot more than that. That's just a very short list. I could probably list a bazillion things. But my point is that this magical shit is transformative and it's fucking real and it will change your life and you absolutely can learn it too. Right? So, in my opinion, the best way to learn all of this stuff, learn how to fucking change your life with magic, learn how to finally actually do this magic thing that you've been interested in for so long, without stumbling over yourself, is to take my Magic Without Bullshit course, which is relaunching right fucking now. Whether that is through the introverted self-study version or the group coaching component, which I would recommend because that community connection is just so invaluable. You can sign up and learn more and do your research, etc. at magicwithoutbullshit.com, spelled exactly how it sounds, magicwithoutbullshit.com. That's magic with no K, just with a C. The with a K spelling actually originated with Aleister Crowley, and I am not a Thelemite, nor am I working in his traditions, so I just use the normal magic with a C. Of course, if you want to learn more about me, you can do so at sabrinamscott.com. If you want to send me an email, please do so, ceo@sabrinamscott.com. Or you can send me a DM on Instagram, Sabrina M. Scott. I hope to hear from you, and even more than that, I hope to see you in Magic Without Bullshit, and I cannot wait to hear how witchcraft completely changes your one big, beautiful life. Okay, friends, catch you on the flip side. Bye.